Osorohi Yedawasi Osorohi Yewaye Yejasida Enikabia Yedimawu Efrise Onesewo Yediasida Enikabia Yedimawu Efrise Onesewo Osorohi Yedawasi Osorohi Womaye Yiwaye Eraje Yediasida Enikabia Yedimawu Efrise Wonesewo Eraje Yediasida Enikabia Yedimawu Efrise Wonesewo Onya eradi shraw ene ewie eradi aye shra bebre. We thank God for our lives. Gradually God is taking us through. Now we are in 10th January. Oh, God has been faithful to us. So this afternoon we want to say, God, glory and honor be to your holy name. We bless the name of the Lord for how far he has taken us. And yede radia say e won prempren so a odian bedri e radia dom na crying from first sa bi see and 10th na ye can say radia mawayi ko insurani aye kan within. I'm Mrs. Lucy OWARE, a Presbyterian minister's wife. I'm in Akosomo district, Volta Presbytery. I'm here this afternoon to treat on a topic, preparation towards marriage. Preparation towards marriage. We have to prepare ourselves as we want to get married. We have to prepare mentally. We have to prepare ourselves. So this topic is for those who are not married yet and they want to get married. Preparation towards marriage. That's the topic we want to treat today. So we start. What is it at all? That is marriage. Marriage is instituted by God. When we read from Genesis chapter 2 verse 18, the Bible says the Lord God said, it is not good for a man to live alone, so I'll make him a helper. A helper. So God saw that it is not good for a man to live alone. That's why he creates Eve for Adam. So marriage is all about two people coming together to achieve one goal. That's marriage. So we'll read also from Amos chapter 3 verse 3. Or say, can two people work together without agreeing on direction? No. The two cannot work together without agreeing on any direction. So the two will work together if only they agreed on where they are going. So the topic is just preparation before you get married. You have to prepare yourself. When you are about to get married, there are tons of things to be prepared. The wedding venue, the dressing you wear, the makeup, the shoe, the suit, the catering, the honeymoon where you go for your honeymoon. All those things are in mind. But one thing that you should remember when you want to get married is that you should you shouldn't forget to prepare yourself mentally for the days after the wedding. You have to prepare yourself mentally after your wedding. And I've jotted 9 things that way that we prepare ourselves before we get married. When we want to get married, these are the 9 things I've jotted out that we can prepare towards our marriage. The first preparation is you change me to we. That's first preparation. Your first mental preparation you have to do as a single. Everything you do is just for yourself. What am I going to eat? What am I going to wear? Where am I going? But now you have to change it to where are we going? Where are we going to eat? What should we do? That's how you are supposed to talk from your wedding, after your wedding. It's not going to be me again. It's we. So you have to prepare yourself that from that day you are 2. There's no place for selfishness in marriage. So you should start changing your mindset from me to we. It doesn't mean that you will lose your identity. No, when you change me to we, you don't lose your identity. But the only thing is, it's about you adding your partner, you taking your partner into consideration about the things you are going to do from the day you get married. Your plans, your dreams, you have to involve your partner in. That's one preparation. So you have to know that when you get married, things will change. That ego, you have to, put that egoistic attitude down. and those self-centeredness, you have to put it aside. Now it's 2 people together. You can't just be me again. It's we. So that's the first preparation. The second preparation is learn from a role model. You learn from a role model. Look for a couple that set a great example of lasting marriage and long-term commitment, and learn from them. Ask them about how to handle disagreements and arguments. Learn how to balance your work with your marriage. You will also have to learn the secret of their lasting, standing marriage, long-lasting union. You have to know. So you have to get somebody that, you can see from all indication that these people, their marriage is one of the best, that you can copy from, you can learn from. You have to get close to them. Now we're beside the secret behind because these days marriages are just collapsing. Divorce rate is just going high. So you have to get somebody whose marriage is one of the best. Now be suyano, be beside the same questions. Maybe send you see treating in a spouse, in terms of when they are in a bad condition, when they are in good condition. You have to learn all that before you can see that I'm fit to get married. So getting married is not just going for a wedding. it's go beyond that. It's not just going for a wedding. And your wedding, so let's go to point number 3. Attending premarital seminars. Premarital seminars, like the way I'm doing. You have to attend these seminars. Know the things that is involved in the marriage. It's not just like you walking into the marriage just like that. You attend premarital seminars. When you go for premarital seminars, they have a counselor. Sometimes the counselors will be there. You can ask them any question. They will enlighten you with insight of what will help you to sometimes come out from the pre-wedding anxieties. Sometimes you see that you are so afraid for the wedding that you are going to have. It put pressure on you. Those things, those counselors can help you out from that situation. And sometimes too, they can give you a solution. Sometimes because they are counselors, they are not your family members, they are not your friends. They are not going to be biased. They will teach you the right thing to do so that you won't face challenges when you get married. As for problems, it will come. Definitely it will come. But I mean, you will know how to handle them. So go for seminars, learn, read books, know what it's about, where you are going, know the things involved in this marriage, so that you don't just go in for going sake. For your marriage to work, you have to work it out. It's not a magic. You have to work it out. Nti esa okoko suasia ne oma bebre suasia we mu nyina okona se counselors ni bi o baby sa questions a echi wa adwen for you to know say aware no we betimi esi na menye no. You have to prepare in that area too. Go for premarital seminars. Point number 4. Start adjusting and planning for your financial. Start adjusting and plan for your finances. There will be quite a shifting from handling your finances as a single and managing your finances together and sharing your wealth with your spouse. There's 2 different things. Managing your finances as a single is different than from managing your home, managing your finances together with your spouse. It's 2 different things. So you have to learn that one too. You have to prepare yourself, knowing fully well that now you are not alone. You are not going to be alone. You are going to get married. You have to prepare yourself and know how to handle issues about money. These days, money is bringing so many divorces. Most of the divorce cases is about money, how we handle our money. Yes, it's very important to start adjusting and planning your finances life before you get married. It should be done together with your fiancé. You have to sit down, plan it together. Be open about your salary. Your monthly salary, you have to be open about it. You have to be open. Let your partner know how much you get at the end of every month. You have to be open so that both of you can sit and plan very well. You also have to know, let your partner know about the debt and assets. If you have any debt, maybe you've gone for a loan or something, you have to let your partner know that there's this loan that you are paying or something, so that you plan towards it. All that thing you have to take into consideration. You have to take all those things into consideration. You don't just have to, sit down and just go for going sake. If you sit down and just go and plan your finances as if you are single, the marriage will not work. So please, we have a lot to do. You have a long way to go if you want to get married. You have to prepare towards it. Seriously. Start making changes about your habit of spending. It's not everything that you will buy. Your habit of spending. Don't spend that much that you end up having debt. Then after your marriage, a new married, then you have a debt to pay. Change the habit of buying, habit of eating, everything you have to change so that your finances will be stable. Another point number 5 is talk about children. You have to talk about children. When you want to have children, when you want to start expanding your family, and how. Sometimes the very day you tie the knot, people will start asking you, when are you giving birth? When will you give birth? So when you sit and plan with your fiancé, when you want to start expanding your family, when you want to give birth, it won't give you any, those external pressures will not come in. You won't be pressured by what people will say. So you have to sit and plan. And also know that children is also a gift from God. You need them. They are your future. When you are not there, they will take over. Some of the people, when they get married, they don't want to give birth because they don't want to lose their shape, and they have so many reasons. Please, if you've not planned for giving birth, then you have a big problem to handle because people will be worrying you. But when you sit and plan, maybe we want to sit for 1 year or 2 years to prepare ourselves well, make sure everything is intact before we start giving birth. Fine, that's your own decision with your spouse. That one, nobody can come in. That's what you've decided and that's what you want to stand for. That one is fine. But if you don't have anything in mind, like you want to give birth, then that one there's a wahala that you will face. So as a somebody who is preparing to get married, you have to take all these things into consideration. How many children you want to give birth to? That one too is very important. How many children, whether 1, 2, or 3, you have to sit and agree on that. It's also a preparation towards the marriage. You have to sit and agree on that. And so it's not say na mususu mo hwe madodo a mo bewo enye say afei na wo ba ko wo mienu miensa wo kun say e ba ba ko pe na mepe mo tena se na mususu ho a muni madodo a mo bewo muni how to go about it. Edu ba bia office wo mu bi wa, you know what to do. Yes, mo tena se mususu we nyina ho. And the 6th preparation is practicing forgiveness. 1 John chapter 1 verse 19. Or say, if you forgive, say 1 John chapter 1 verse 19. Or say yeah, one fa onyonko bone anche na one kasa krampo no. Untumi fa like yen fa wodi enche. You have to forgive others. You have to. If you or see if you confess your sins, God is just to forgive you. It is a we no partner or so you what being said you pray for a forgiveness spirit. We no partner or sometimes you why dear now I can't if your rules this one dear I know I'm at fault so forgive me. Then you hold those grudges. As long as you hold those grudges, it can crack the marriage. Your marriage can collapse with those grudges. You don't have to hold grudges. You can only be forgiven if you forgive others. Nti wan fa obi na fofo boni anche o ma nyame so fa wo de enche o nti ese yetumi nya fa che honhom se ne be ya wo kunfum wa wo de be che no wo nya fa che honhom a wo kotena wari ma de bia you hold grudges na de bia nto kwanketenkete wo na dia wari go aba nti wo pese wo wari. One preparation you have to do is have advanced forgiveness. And so to me the channel crowns and our phone. On from now they are channel dada. Yes, sir. The piano only pan of phone cry and yaw yasacha just a few way penaway jemunaka. Bible senior may be uncle to your bufuso. I thought to be a bufusa 1 year no be that sukitani kumboni or that why anymore. Oh, 1 year pepe no started no pan why you would not start you soon. Why are you crying? Or say, don't you remember today is exactly 1 year that you impregnate that lady? Now or celebrating anniversary. You are just celebrating failures. Mama Fanche. Let's have a forgiveness spirit. Because when you have that spirit of forgiveness now, like every day, then you hold it. Then you hold it. And the marriage is going to crash down if we don't forgive ourselves. So forgiveness is one key in the marriage. Forgiveness is a very key. So you'll be outside the gentleman. Oh, you go far. Because then you two people coming together. You have your differences. I was saying a attitude on I was saying a attitude. So the difference is there. But for you to amend the two, no, always of way for my to say we the channel. No nyakuma when him say we dear me pass you no your differences me fi ha no so fi ha say e dey aye tie ho ase wo ho na so say nyame ti ase me kunfum ya na me refum ya me de be che no na ye nam sa ye so ewade so be boa yen ama ya ware na kwa achiri yetumi atena ase ama ya ware tumi aye fe. People are looking up to us kofo hwe yen say ya ware bi ye say ne be ya almost bit me a share so dia face so dua bia ma omo de me no me no say kwa ware ni e failure you fail others nti me sremo e wi die mo me nya fa che ho unua fom wa fa che Bible account say wo bom paye mpo na wo hu se wa fom unua fa wa ye de ni si altar nani na ko na fa ko chance na wa be ba for we no ti fa che de hu hia yen you ye money into be fan church yen send ye be ya ye jano wash so on so the bit me ya chain. Another preparation I say no so ye to me ye a bit me aboyen to keep an open mind and be flexible. To keep an open mind. You might have some expectations about marriage, but remember, those you shouldn't expect everything to be perfect. No marriage is perfect too. There's no perfection. Send me them already. There's no hinges. Obia when the ups and downs. So those expectations say there's no problem. When I marry, everything has to be smooth. And sometimes it doesn't go that way. We have ups and downs. That normally comes. So those ups and downs, you have to prepare for it and be flexible, open-minded. Don't just say we change this way up bantino. Maintain once you then especially when you are no man. These changes normally occur when the lady get pregnant. Sometimes when you man, and then you might be breed to Mrs. Someone who won't say channel why I can see a broso will be all my because of so now we are slim. You married that lady because she was slim. You like slim ladies and all that. And it's not her fault for her to become what we say why you can see. It's all about the changes that you have to adapt to it. Some of the changes you have to adapt to it. You don't have to fight over these changes because it will come. Definitely it will come. When you get married, it will come. I quite remember when I was pregnant with one of my children. I have this problem with scent. For the 9 months of the pregnancy, I couldn't bath soap. Not to talk of deodorant or spray. And whoever is in my house has to adapt to it. No soap in the house. And it go to a time if you want to bath soap, a carbolic soap, and I will be dry. And even that crown, I have to go out when you bath for some hours before I can come in. This changes when it comes affecting family. Sometimes you like to eat this whilst it's not there. If you want man, so beman me when you now cotomano. Sometimes o peso di anyway, so me when you now tomano. So this changes when it comes. That's when we need you men the most. Sometimes I can't remember one of my sister-in-law when she get pregnant. One funny thing. One day I was there when my brother visited me in the house. We were staying in one neighborhood. My brother came to visit me. I was there when my sister-in-law called me. Kus, are you there? I said yes. Is your brother with you? I said yes. Is it okay? Tell your brother to come and see me right now. And I said, why are you in labor pains? She said no. Then what is it? So because of the way she was shouting, I followed my brother and we went to the house. When we went there, the landlord was preparing fish, frying fish with banku. And because of that, my sister-in-law was just in the room vomiting because of somebody's fish. All these changes, you have to adapt to it. The lady was just vomiting. We have to take her out. And for about 1 hour, 2 hours, we have to bring her in. And you know one amazing thing? When we came home, my sister-in-law said, do you know something? I said, what? Do you know what I want to eat? I said, what do you want to eat? I want to eat the fried fish with the banku that the landlord has prepared. My brother said, hey, why do you want me to go and beg for food? Sometimes the changes are too much. And you might be best someone. Or be or better thing to you, you have to adapt to it. And one of the changes. And prepare your mind towards all these things that it will come. If your wife is that type, it will come. Some of the men, when you give birth, when the child is crying, no, no, take the baby and let me sleep. Why do you have to say that? Take the baby, Sesame. No, you can't take the baby for him to sleep. You, the man, you can also pick the baby for the lady to sleep. So these changes, the changes will come. And I don't want to be very basa, but you have to adapt to it. It's one changes that you have to adapt to it. Because in here, also come so all these changes, you have to adapt to it. And another thing that we have to know is also point number 8, discuss the boundaries. There are boundaries in a marriage that you have to sit and discuss, you and your fiancé, before you get married. you enter into the marriage, you have to sit and discuss. Sometimes some of the men, they don't want the ladies to keep, their ex-friends, those that they befriend with me, they don't want you to keep them. You have to sit and talk about it. If you're a lady, you don't want your guy to keep her ex-lover as friend, you have to sit and talk about it. I don't want you to keep those friends. Fine. In marriage, it's all your friends, your husband, your wife has to know your friends. Some friends, you don't have to keep them. And now, if you want to be in here, obi a one na atwin panada. And yes, say, one in the world where someone tells them, no, I don't like this, I don't want this. They do's and they don'ts. And some say, I don't want you to do this, I don't want you to do that. This is what I want, this is what I don't want. You sit and talk about it, discuss it. That's the 8th preparation. You have to sit and discuss the boundaries. When can you go out with your family? When can you go out with your girl's friend, your boy's friends? Sometimes you have to sit and discuss all that. If you don't want your partner to discuss your family issues with your family members, you have to sit and talk about it. Those are the boundaries. I don't want our issue to go to our family members. We'll handle it ourselves, or maybe go to our pastors or maybe our counselors. Fine, those are the boundaries. You set it right for everybody to understand that my husband doesn't want me to discuss issue with my sisters or with his family members. Those are the boundaries. You have to sit and discuss about it. It's very, very important. If you don't discuss about it, you end up messing up. Because you no nim say ebia on pese e say nko baby. But once na say anka ko tepe, ade na ko kama sem chew mame, ade na kama sem chew papa na e so many things. E ba wa yini. E say the tension ba, it me dia wan go ba. Nti see e bobo aye ho akwa worry. Mesre mi nuanom ma no. And you may be one my yen snaps and answer. Yen come and see answer. You don't just get up and now say, Makako worry. Women so wish. Point number 9. Building your friendship and learn to laugh it off. You build a friendship. The best way to build that friendship is to marry your friend. That's why I always say, our be marry somebody that you can trust. Somebody that you can submit to, somebody that you love, that you know you can just discuss your failures and everything with, somebody that you can confide in. When him say, "Wait, baby, make me confide in my husband and tell him everything. Make me confide in my wife and tell him everything, even the secret thing about myself. Make me catch them." Those are the things. And see, prepare. Number 9 is very important. They say you're building that friendship. Make sure say that your friendship with your spouse a wedding. Send an for it may be on 1 hour, better 2 hours, now didn't come home red and son is our remuso, warrior eggy. So you have to sit and build all this friendship. Make sure say when you multi be out within a share bibia. Sometimes you share jokes near I give you one my partner, you can just bring it and what's necessary, you can tease yourself. Then you laugh those things, those pains out. Not problem maybe solve it. Because some of the problems focus will be keep here. One share do back up on time. Ube drink sa ube to you know. Now we need baby I want to it's mesre. See a bob by your home. Now you worry when you mimu, now you worry so radiant. It's a see you maybe. And your magic. Yamina shower rain, but ye sooner, now you unsetting you may be right. You be quite worrying if you be questions. Why me? And then I'll vanessa, and then I'm anything. We have to set things right before we enter into the marriage. So this preparation towards marriage is very, very important. If you've not getting married yet, my sister, my brother, sit down and check yourself, knowing fully well that you are prepared. We see Kasem, when say you will be open. When you may must say that everything changes a baby now, one customer adapting who to it say bar. We are ready to go through. What's my sister and your way now? And no never wow, na fee our rear no etumi aso, na so iradieni, na ye fe. Our rear is a work. Marriage is work. You have to work it out. It's not just on a platter that you just get married and everything goes smooth. No. It is this sugar cane. When you are chewing it, they be a soft. You get to a place now. I got to corner the day. That's how marriage is. They do baby a year, they do baby a year. They do baby a year day now. That's when you need God the most. Uhinya nyame egomu. Nti ni nyina mu no, ese oni nyame anya go fam ye den. Se ne be ya aware na wo komu no, wo be hu se ne wo be ye wo nyoma nko ye ya, you go on your knees. Na we be say rade. Yenya akoma, eye otwen akoma. You have to trust your partner and trust in the Lord. Say nyame o yi be ma ne ma wo no, he knows best. Se be mo de na ma wi, e betumi aboa wo. Ti ade bi wo enye se o ha oni nyina na e ba na bi go aware no da bi. Or how many people want my bar, just mu to another level. We have stages in marriage. Another stage, who pass that in somewhere now. Then you go to another stage. Who do one more, you pass, then you go to another stage. Now you're fine. The more you face problems and you're able to solve, you see, say the marriage is polishing. You are polishing the marriage to become better. In TM prepare. We have to prepare so well. I bet me I'm getting married is a boldest and most idealistic thing that you have to do. Serious. Don't just get married. No. If you thought of getting married, it's not about the wedding. It's not only the wedding. There are lots into the marriage that will make the marriage work. Wedding is just one day show. You have to go and work your marriage out. No, say we a wife. How to manage your work with your marriage is very important. See when share we na our reno, obekwa kotinemu, won safi ni o man koso, ebeye wo say, if you we nyo ba pa na we nya be mapa, de bi e de ntisa. Say see etena se, na yesisi ye ho, na Awurade so nye ya dom. Na Awurade boa ya, aware no ebitimi aware, ama na ye fe, aso Awurade ani, na ya aware no. Awurade ankasa ni agye wo say, wa aware no de man ye no, enye sa keke. We are really working it out. It's a work. You have to work it out. And you many you were eating, then so ye de Awurade moa, ye de beye, send your Bible kind of sa na ye de. We can't change it. To we obey ya wo kwa aware mu no. Me nua no man na me tuufo. So make sure you submit to that man. What na say we say be me. Meet me abrem me ho ase ahye na se. Meet me ebu na na. Say me that so we 10 years na me hu nanim a. Emfono me. Or your mad or is he if your friend enough? So between that snap for the years I will the rest of your life, for better for worse, until death do you part. Into me come now sign. And yet test and try. The moment you enter, you are in. There's no way you get out. Into divorce cases, be no. And you be a woman once, not saying soon you maybe. You just enter. Then you're so waiting they mean to me. The aim pie bonnie said, "Rather be a doom." No be canyon, no be me taking the right decision. You have to prepare well towards this marriage thing because you have to any jawarium. And marriage the first institution God created. I know ni ade nya me di kan ye or person fa so de twene ma ben. So we know kuna nya go fe mu e den na mu do mo ho a e na mbotini I stand this ador no e de aba abontin aba asafuma ba krumu di akọ ba so odo ni ni mo ntem a e sa wuntumi yentumi ntre odo na nya me pese ye ntre na ono ni nya me ne do na mu ntre no yentumi nye ti me mpai body ma wawie. It's my prayers that may the good Lord help us to take good decisions, help us to manage, plan, and sit and talk well before we enter this marriage, so that we don't go and mess up, so that we don't go and things will not work and we will start blaming others. It's my prayer that the good Lord will help us so that our marriage will be one of the best marriages that people will take it as example that they will follow. Awurade kan yen ho awie no boagen na ya ye be kwa aware no fufuro no mistakes bi o ho no ma ya anye na ya ware no etumi aye fe na so Awurade ani na ya ware a ya ware kronkron anyame any beje ho. It's and say we can't afford to fail God in our marriages. God is watching us. We can't afford to fail God. Before because our reading no, we didn't me or tisri shrew, but more thing, the yen is yen. Never had so far and one kind. Yamin concon domain, now worry be common, into me worry. A ye dear, made a massive baby a crowd. Me did the Mrs. Lucy Worry, be a marriage counselor, who po be in a casa, who beat me a woman, now only me a dinkomo. Who be now a friend, now a share problems. If you are feeling up so worry, who be in a casa, no account in the actual bisa questions here. Me or home out with your friend, on number way so 024 992 1186 024 992 1186 or 020 82 33464 020 83 02082334464 with your frame and also who may patch out me send me messages and also a year with dope is also subscribe who who follow me Facebook Mrs. Lucy Oware obetruly na capitals Mrs. Lucy Oware who search your messages maybe I have a YouTube channel too and also a Family Life Ministries TV and also you can subscribe to my YouTube channel, you share and you like the page. Miss Rel, Bomodia, let's subscribe to the YouTube. Let's share my one for. Sometimes you don't know who is this message ebe buano. You can save people's marriage through these messages. See Miss Rel, everything kawakuma. Let's share. Let's subscribe. Now we know enough for you na enti. Na yina yen kamu, ni yen buama ya worry into me crabbeshi. Everything come where we answer ni be share you no. Bye bye.